Hey guys, Dissection of Violence here. We have PFL. It's an interesting one. Interesting. Um, John Caldone versus Nathaniel Grimard. Well, I've gone in depth with this card, and from what I've seen, I do like what I saw to Caldone. Caldone is I thought he was a Serra-Longo guy. He trains with Chris Wade. The guy's got decent striking. He's still
That blew my mind. That's 2/3.
no, it says Long Island. Yeah, Long Island MMA. Chris Wade. I think he's pretty good. I like what I saw with him. The thing with him is he's facing a decently, I wouldn't say tough matchup. But the opposite of his style. His style is making it pretty exciting. He's confident. Um, I think I like John here. He he trains with good guys. I'm just gonna put that in my notes. Chris Wade. I thought it was Sarah Longo. Good hips, hands are up. Educated striking. I like the guy's talent. Thing with him is he doesn't kick a whole lot. He's still pretty green in his career, but I do think he should cruise here. Nathaniel Grimard, on the other hand, he's looking just to sit in your guard and make it as boring as possible. Um, could he surprise everyone? Sure. Um, he's just not he's like nothing really to write home about or talk about. Um, he's like he took a 7-12 guy to a unanimous decision. He KO'd a guy who's 2-7. He lost by knee bar to a guy who's 2-10. I think Caldone wins this easily any day of the week. I think the price is low, but we would never know. We'll never know until Caldone fights him. Um, but I think this is a broken line spot, to be honest. But what do I know? Maybe Grimard comes out and sniffs his cross for 3 rounds. I don't know. Moving on, we have Abdullah Al-Kawtani versus David Zellner. Zellner. So the thing with Zellner, he's kind of like Grimard in a way, where he's just like kind of like just not good. Um, I have nothing really good or bad to say about a lot of bad things to say, but like he seems to have okay jiu-jitsu. Like look who he's fighting, and you'll understand what I mean. Like he lost his last fight to a 4-4 guy. Um, Theobodo is not terrible, so it's not a bad loss. He's not horrible, but he's just gonna get outclassed here. There's levels to this. Kwatani's a really, really good fighter in my opinion. I don't think he's like world class, but I just think he's good enough to be able to beat guys like Zellner. Like these are kind of mismatches here in my opinion. Quitani and Caldone should cruise easily. Moving on, we have Abby Montez taking on Michelle Montague. I like Montez. She's she has a she has a little dog in her. She likes to scrap. She's hittable, which frustrates me with her. Um, the thing with her, another thing that frustrates me with her, is she's got heavy hips. So when she gets taken down, there's not a great get up game.
That blew.
And yeah, I'm not really a big fan of her get up game. She did take Marina Malkanita to a split, which is aging really good in hindsight. Um, I'm she won against Clarissa Shields, a striker. So this is a really close fight for me. I'm gonna go with Montague. But this is a close fight. Experience wise, I would have to lean. But you can't lose to Elena Kolesnik. That's all I gotta say. Michelle Montague should cruise. Should cruise. Her grappling is next level. She's strong. I don't know if she'll get a finish here, but I do see 30-27, 29-28 in Michelle's future. I don't see her losing this one. Obviously, it's women's MMA. Could go to a split, but I'm going to go with Michelle Montague. I'm pretty confident in her to win this one. Moving on, we have Mustafa Rashad Neda versus Corey Coop. Corey Coop is not great. Um, his only reason he's a favorite, in my opinion, is because he beat a few bums. Yeah, he beat two bums, and he got KO'd by Carlos Leo, and man, like Michael Lombardo, you need him. I think Neta wins here by KO or UD. I think Neta's striking superior. Um, I don't. I think his hips. He has really good hips. He's fought in Brave. Good league. It's a good league. I see him taking Coop out of here. Within the first few rounds. Um, could go to a decision, but I'm gonna lean with Neta here by first or second round TKO. This is Neta is apish, but I do think he's very like very dangerous, and he's more technical than there's a fellow who fought last week who's a really big ape, and he ended up winning. So I'm gonna go with Neta here. Just because you're an 8 doesn't mean you're terrible. Let's go with Neta. Moving on, we have Alexi Purgande versus Stefanelli. Stefanelli is, he's kind of like Grimard in a way where he's just trying to like hold you down, win rounds, not trying to finish you. Purgande is a little different. He's got great grappling. He's got decent striking. Um, he's a little chinny and unproven, but I do think he wins this one quite easily. I do think he has what it takes either to win by submission or TKO. Trains at a decent gym at Killcliff. I'm gonna go. This is a Pagande fight. Not much else to say. Could he get chinned? Maybe, but I doubt it highly. Easy win for Pagande. Not much else to say. Speaking to another easy fight, we got another hand-picked easy win for Walsh. Davis looks like he's going to stand up with him. Bad idea. Walsh is training with guys who are pro. It's a mismatch. There's not much to talk about with these two fights. But Walsh, first round TKO again. I've cashed 2 in a row. Let's try 3. Try not to overthink PFL too much. Moving on. We have Magomed Karamov versus Salomon Renfro. This one's a little more tricky. I do like Magomed here. I think has the advantage wrestling, experience. I think his striking is a little more educated as well. Renfro has a power advantage, explosivity. Um, but there has to be something said about experience. Yes, this is 3 rounds, but I'm gonna go with Magomed Karamov being smart and winning a decision here. Even maybe catching Solomon. He's been chinned before. I'm gonna go with Magomed here by KO or decision. He could win by submission too. I just think Magomed wins this fight. I think he's a better, more well-rounded fighter, but Solomon has definitely a puncher's chance for sure. Moving on, Sadabu Sai taking on Carlos Leal. I don't know why the odds have gone down to negative 165. I feel like it was a pretty straightforward win for Sai. His last fight against Leo, he won unanimously. I don't know what's there to, talk about. Leo's short. He doesn't really know how to get to the touch Sai. Could he catch him? Maybe, but I doubt it. Sai's too educated on the feet. Knows how to use his footwork, evasiveness to, make a lot of people miss. I think he's gonna make Leo miss again. Leo's, I don't think, a young cat either. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's young, so maybe he comes and shows improvement. But I'm gonna go with Sada Busai here. He trains with a good gym. He's on a mission to win it back to back. I'm gonna go with Sada Usai here. I feel like this is him and Mercier. You just can't fade them. Speaking of Mercier, moving on, we got Mercier versus Bruno Miranda. Miranda went to a split decision with I'm not trying to say this as an insult because he's actually pretty good. Alex, I can't remember his last name. Alex Martinez. I think Miranda has a trained under with good guys. Tiger Muay Thai is educated striking. I just think MMA striking is a little different. I do think he's going to find that out here. I think if he does have the advantage on the feet, or it is even on the feet, Mercier will drown him with the grappling. I do think Miranda has decent like initial takedown defense, but when it comes to chain wrestling, I feel like he struggles. I'm gonna go with Mercier here. I think she has way more tools to win this fight. Would it surprise me to see a Miranda upset? Yes, but you never know. It's PFL, and crazy things happen in PFL. But yeah, moving on. Um, yeah, I'm gonna be definitely excited for that one. Moving on, we have another. This one's probably the most excited fight of the night. We have Shane Burgos versus Clay Collard. I'm gonna lean Clay Collard here, even though the leg kicks worry me with him because he doesn't check them or deal with them at all. I think Burgos is a problem for him. He has good experience. He's a little too hittable. I think where Burgos struggles is the boxing, and I think Collard struggles is the kicking. So it's gonna be a kicking versus boxing, and I don't think Shane can't box. I just don't think he's as good of a boxer. Um, I will have to give the rest like it's a really close fight. I'd say the jiu-jitsu goes to Shane, but man, I'm gonna lean with Clay just because he comes forward and he actually tries to win. Shane kind of lets fights get dictated sometimes. He's looking not been looking great the last few fights, so I'm gonna go Clay Collard here. Um, but it's gonna be a scrap for sure. Definitely not confident in either of them. Um, well, yeah, let's get my number one pick would most likely be um, Ali Walsh. Number two would have to be Pregande. Number three would have to be um, Mercier. Number four, Sai. Number five, Caldone. Um, and number three, tied Quaitani. This is a good card, guys. It's the last spot till the championships, so we really gotta make the most of it here. I'm determined to have a good card here. You know, we're up a good amount on PFL in the year anyways, but I'm very disappointed after last week, and I want to make it right. Let's make it right this week. All right, guys. I'm over all these videos. I'm done. It's getting late. It's time to pack it in and get ready for day of training and some more film for tomorrow. All right, guys. See ya.